In this episode of the Arena Sports Show, we're joined by two gentlemen who breathe football in such an authentic way. The one still believes in fairy tales, and well, when you talk about Amakrutman, I'm not too sure if they believe in fairy tales, but one thing we can all agree on is that in everything that you do, we believe that you got this. Well, from Adidas' perspective, Bob Maphosa is joining us, as of course, we do know that the brand is all about backing the players in all levels and making sure that they support them so that, of course, they become the best athletes that they can be. And another thing about Adi is the fact that drip is essential. And then on the other side is our skipper, our number one, the man that not only holds the gloves, but he holds the hopes of the nation. It is Ronwen Williams. And well, normally we're introducing the guest and saying thank you for coming. But I feel like because it's an Adi trio here, we should be welcoming Mahlatse Mphahlele on the show. But hey, nonetheless, two gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
You're a terrible human being.
What do you mean? How am I terrible?
Thank you for welcoming me.
Jokes aside, Ronwen, how are you?
No, good, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
I know, man. It's
Welcome, man.
great to have you. I can't believe I think we just pulled off a heist here.
Yeah, definitely.
No. Anything for the brand. You know, they've taken care of me, so whenever there's something, I'll make a plan.
Yeah.
Bob Maphosa, I guess we have to thank you for bringing our national treasure to the show, and thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Obviously, I think for me, it's to thank you and thank you guys for inviting us. And after that invite, we really had to make sure that we kind of pull all stops to be here. And
Yeah.
it's a great.
And you brought goodies, so we might as talk about the ball. We talk about, of course, securing tickets to the World Cup, which is absolutely fantastic. We talk about fairy tales. It is all responsible, of course. Adi is also back to supporting the national teams, which is really, really great. But let's start here. I guess, Ronza, you and I will be the fans' perspective. What do you think of the group stage ball and how it looks, the colors as well?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, when we qualified, someone wanted to pass the ball to me after the game. And I said, nothing changes with Adidas. You know the level is going to be high. But something that stands out that I'm noticing now is the colors.
Yeah.
And that represents South Africa. And, you know, something to do there with our flag. Maybe that's a hint for things to come.
It's a good omen.
Yeah.
We'll definitely take it. Mr. Maphosa, I mean, then you can indulge us in terms of the technology and the balls. I mean, Ronza speaks of course, the ball. You guys will never drop the ball when it comes to product. Anything that you do is always world class. But talk to us about this one.
Yeah, no, I think obviously from a brand perspective, we obviously are the ball suppliers to the FIFA World Cup. And this particular one, it's actually interesting that obviously Ronza speaks to of our national colors which look represented there, but the three colors that are represented obviously is the three nations that are going to be hosting the World Cup next year. For us, it's the ball is out. I think obviously the teams need to familiarize themselves with it. This is obviously the the round robin kind of obviously ball that will be used in there, and it's already available in the country, and those that obviously for qualified nations like us, it's definitely
Not those ones from West Africa.
That we will help and support in this trying time.
We'll see how it goes.
no, definitely. It gives us obviously that head start to obviously familiarize yourself, and with that from a technology point of view, I think the closer you look at it, you will see the lines obviously that hold it in within how the flight of the ball, so that it can kind of obviously be direct where it's kind of going, and also in within that ball there is obviously the goal line chip as well that obviously helps the VAR obviously guys at the tournament itself. So there is really a lot of work that has been obviously put to it, as from a ball supplying setup with all the FIFA kind of obviously approval setup that need. But yeah, I think it's a great looking ball. And
So, Ronza, have you faced it? The ball?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Let's see if I can get it to you. Maybe you can get a touch for it. This is not part of the script, but it's fine.
So, look, don't break.
This is amazing.
the name is the Trionda as well.
Yeah, Trionda.
Trionda.
But we like to show off as Adidas. This is only for the group stage. So it means
Another one. Yeah,
But you know what I want to find out from you as well, Ranza, is normally you talk to footballers, right? And they complain about how sometimes the ball is light and it's just like it's difficult for certain brands when you're going to a certain game and you have to adjust to, you know, different balls. Talk to us about what do you think makes, I mean, we talk about the Addy ball being special from a technology side, but from a playing perspective and what your teammates also say, what's the conversation around Addy balls?
Yeah, they love it. I mean, for the longest time we've said that our league needs one ball, you know, and I think it will improve, you know, the standard, and the obvious ball would be the Addy ball, because there's never an Addy ball, and I've been playing now, I think, 15, 16 years, and I can't remember once anyone complaining about it.
Yeah.
And myself as a goalkeeper, you know, we're very particular, because the ball can, you know, the ball moves and it can, you know, but when I see we are playing a team and I see there's an Addy ball, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at ease, and, you know, that's the same with the players as well. They just enjoy it. There's just a nice feel about it.
So we're safe for the World Cup. Great.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that.
You can
All
see
right.
by the way he held it here.
Yeah, no, he's comfortable. All right, cool. So we have a feature, of course, on the show where we get a few fun questions. So we're about to get into it now. All right, so we'll start with you, Ronza, as our captain, right? If Adidas calls tomorrow asking you to design your own boot, what's the one crazy feature that you would add?
Maybe a Goku feature.
Ooh,
Animation, yeah, something Goku that, you know, because the brand is bold
yeah.
and Goku stands out, Super Saiyan vibe, so yeah, maybe Goku, something like that.
I like that because you see the likes of David Beckham, Jude, when they design and they add, so Mr. Maposa, hint, hint, wink, wink, we won't mind at all. All right, and this will be for the both of you. We'll start with you now, Bob. Who was your favorite footballer as a kid?
As a kid,
Yeah.
I don't know whether I was a kid then, but I think I was a little bit grown up. I think for me, I've been always, that's where now I'm trying to get, where does kid end?
Okay, when you were young.
But listen, I think definitely, I think for me, people like Iwi Kambule, people like Zayn Musa, and I think obviously you had your who's the gentleman now? So it's just kind of Roger Fetumba.
The general.
Yeah, it's those kind of guys that obviously I think I liked their way of kind of playing, but in the very same place when obviously I looked back, your guys like your Patsoto Makanya kind of the setup. I think for me, it's those kind of skillful guys that obviously did the most in the field.
Yeah.
It's just that I think they were all over the setup, not really one club based, but I was in general just a football lover that looked at skill and how I related to the people.
All right, influencer. Please don't say shoes. You always say shoes. Just try and change it today, please.
Well, there'll be a few. I'll start with someone like Jessica Lekhodi, Harold. I think he was a classy footballer. I also liked, Bob will remember him, Chipa Mahlatse at Chiefs. So I think he was a good footballer. Pototo at Pirates, the left, just sweet left foot. Yeah,
Well, there was a left wing player out at was it African Wanderers? I can't. I needed the name.
we are going way. Yeah, the ones that I've mentioned was still young.
Was it Solomon Bloss?
Maybe Solomon Bloss.
Yeah.
That's when I was still very, very young. But I mean, coming this way, shoes, doctor.
Yeah.
Also, Thomas, I always say, I hope people don't kill me for this, but I always say, if Thomas Manekake was from Soweto, you could have been appreciated more. He was a top player. So players like that, those are the guys that I grew up watching. But for me, shoes is number one of the guy. Not going back to Bujoma and them, but coming this way, I think he was a class act. Now he could have played for any team that he could have played for. Yeah. Then you have other guys like Boskaran Gqeberha and them. You know.
That's fine. I asked for one player on. Did you,
I'll give you more than
Difficult to choose one.
What's your list then, Ronza?
One.
No, give me a list then as well.
Jabu Pule.
Oh, nice.
Because I was an infield player.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you watched him, oh my word, he was so amazing. At that age, you know, then he had the hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had, you know, half of his ability. Just do the dribbling, the character. And then you hear the stories as well. And how he came to the games and you see how he done it. Oh, my, it's amazing. And then a few years down the line, you know, football works in mysterious ways, and then we end up playing together at SuperSport.
Yeah.
That was such a moment for me. And to see him at that age still have the passion for the game and helping us and teaching us and still be the same, you know, Jabu that we all know is amazing. Yeah, I love skillful players, you know, players that stand out. Skarango Bese, Stanton Fredericks, you know, those players. Sibusani Zongo, you know, those are all my players that I enjoyed watching. You know, even today when I scroll on social media and, you know, you see their highlights. It's amazing. What they do, how they brought the fans together, they made everyone happy.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't wait for Kasi Flavor moment.
True.
You know, because they lived for that.
I saw a video of you trying Kasi Flavor.
Nah.
Ronza.
I've always been a big fan, but nothing. I've always been a big fan, but no.
The sugar was missing there.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
And Ronza, the good thing about a player like Jabu, he was dribbling going forward.
Yeah.
Most of the times you often see guys that dribbles and then the ball goes back to the defender, to the keeper.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit negative, you know. Express yourself, do whatever you want to do, but go forward. That's why personally, I don't like these guys who dance and then take the ball back. Dance going forward, then you are good with me. And also, not you know, on half most of the time. So I know Ronza does it sometimes. But let's go forward, you know. That's what I like. Yeah.
I'm always facing the game, so the next pass is forward.
All right, cool. Next question. Okay, Bob, if you're not in football, what would you be doing? What job would you be doing if you're not doing what you're doing currently?
Sure. Yeah, that's a difficult one. I think I'll be farming.
Farming?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ronza?
Sure. Of course, I had a lot of family members that's in the force, so maybe policemen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe save some
No
lives.
wonder you're disciplined.
Yeah, I like saving things.
Please save me. I've lost my way.
Wow, influencer your side.
I when I finished matric, I actually went 1 year, studied social work, and I left it. It was just not my thing. Maybe it's one thing I could have done, but as my horizons opened, I discovered new things. I realized that you know, that type of job was never going to be for me. Deep inside, it's there, but you know, other stuff. I think media and communications and journalism took over.
And influencing.
And I left it, yeah. So maybe I should go back and finish. I don't know if they still have got my records.
I'm sure they're gone by now. I don't know how many years ago this was. But anyway, favorite stadium in the country? We'll start with you, influencer.
Best stadium? I'm drawn a lot towards Loftus. And the reason being, I've watched a lot of football matches there. I mean, as you know, at the World Cup, I was a media officer at the stadium. Of course, I mean, World Cup and Confed Cup. So yeah, I've seen a lot of good football matches inside the stadium. I've watched a lot of stuff there, so I'm more drawn towards Loftus. Yeah.
Ronza?
Probably say Nelson Mandela Stadium.
I was hoping you were going to say Mbombela Stadium.
Actually, it's close between the two because
Okay.
of my record at Mbombela. There was a time SuperSport United played a lot of our games there, and we had that unbeaten
It was
streak.
such a good time.
Yeah, and the few games that I've played after that, I think I've played maybe close to 20 or 30 games, and I think only like 2 or 3 defeats. You know, so you try and you fall in love with that stadium because of those reasons. And I mean, now we qualified, for the World Cup there as well. So
Yeah.
but I think in Nelson Mandela, because it's home.
Yes.
And the wonderful field, it's always in tip-top shape, and also that's where my family comes, to come and see me play, because I've left home when I was 12, so they didn't really see me play. So the few times we do go back and we play there, it's good to see them, seeing me.
All right. I'll take Mbombela in the top 2, which is great. What about you, Bob?
Yeah, no, at least in taking nothing away from our stadium, I think we have got great infrastructure.
Do you think it's going to go Eskodin?
Of course.
Okay, let's see.
I think for me, actually not. Yes, I visit Eskodin more than the rest. However, the vibe around Moses Mapida always take me somewhere else. Each time I go there, I think it's just being able to kind of get into that, and how normally the atmosphere of that stadium kind of becomes. It's something that obviously lingers longer on the kind of the memories. Maybe because I'm so used to the other stadium that I then obviously say with that particular one stays longer. But I do think that my favorite one will be Moses Mapida.
All right. Very versatile, different parts of the country, which is pretty cool. Last question. 5-a-side game. Who are you calling up on your team? We'll start with you, Ronwen.
Anyone.
Anyone. Your dream 5-a-side, I guess.
I'll be biased and go with the guys that I was with at the academy. If it's 5-a-side, Tsepo Kumede, Kamuele Mukocho, Data Mukeke, Masibusani Zongo, Kermit Erasmus. You can bring anyone.
All right. No, I think that's a good side. Influencer.
Okay, all right. No goalkeeper.
No, I don't need a goalkeeper. No.
Yeah, also, okay, I'm not going to have a goalkeeper. Strangely enough, a goalkeeper is going to be a toss-up between Jan and Baloyi.
Sure.
I don't know, but yeah. Okay, let's leave the goalkeeper. Defender, Old John. So 5, ne? So defender, Old John. Striker, Mambush. Midfielders. I'll go with Shoes, Doctor. How many do I have? 4. And Roger Fidumba.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's try to keep Bronze's pace when answering. Bob.
Okay, I will get, I think for my goal, I will get Williams Okpara. I'll get Morgan Gold.
Okay.
Tsepo Masilela. Get a Jerry Skosana, and I stay out. I'll be the coach.
All right, cool. I know I said that was the last one, but I'm interested to find out, right? Influence, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the both of you, right? If you had to call someone, I mean, it's penalties, and they had to save your life, who are you calling to save you?
To save?
Yeah. So the penalty taker that's saving your life.
Penalty taker that must score?
Yes, to save you.
In South Africa, no? Sure.
Ranza, your life is in danger, hey?
Matobi Mphala.
Lord Mphala.
Lord Mphala.
Okay. I think you're safe.
Yeah.
Bob?
Can I call Ronwen to save it for us?
Sure.
He's very good at saving penalties.
Okay, cool. You can call Ranza, I guess. You can switch it up a little bit. Because you were a striker at some point, right? So maybe you can even take the penalty.
I prefer saving.
So she knows who I'm going to go with.
I know. So
Surprise Morelli.
the man with the first touch. All right. So we mentioned earlier on, so we're done with the quiz. I'm hoping you enjoyed it as much as I did. So now we move on to talk, of course, in terms of Adidas back with Bafana Bafana, right? And the big question is, why now? How has the reception been as well from your side, Bob? Because, I mean, a lot of people are saying, okay, there was the break in between. Why did you guys leave us in the first place? But talk to us about the decision of coming back.
Yeah, obviously, I think from a fan perspective, people will always ask why we left back. But I think for me, it's can we celebrate the uniting of these two brands?
Yeah.
I think obviously it's great heritage in between both of us. And now that we were the last brand that we supported them with the 2010 World Cup, and here we come with 26 looming, I think it's really a great kind of, and I think for us, when we create product, it's these little things that kind of come through and influence what that outfit kind of becomes. And I think it's really a great stage to be back in. Bafana doing great. We are a brand
Banyana as well.
No, that's fine. I was just saying we are a brand that kind of that obviously are looking at bridging the gap in terms of gender lines. We are here. This gives us a great platform to really kind of come together on the ladies' side and on the men's side. With the current, I think Banyana were the CAF champions last year. Bafana did great in Morocco. Obviously, it's that setup, and we're looking at the next 2 or 3 years in terms of what actually it becomes with major tournaments in and around. And I do feel that I think the nation needs to just kind of look back and see how these two brands will kind of hold forth, kind of going through to those tournaments.
But for me, the only disappointment is that we are not wearing it in Morocco.
Hurts your heart,
Imagine if they win this thing in that thing.
Yeah.
But
I think listen, I think for us, it's obviously it's not really a disappointment as such. We've got to respect whatever setup that is in. They are in a relationship with the current sponsors up until it ends. But I think people just need to obviously look forward to how obviously we come through. Obviously, we're looking at around March next year. We just saw the ladies, the Banyana qualify yesterday. It's a great moment that around that team, then or around that time, there will be a major obviously continental tournament. It will be great that every one of us just back this team and really kind of go through, and probably in a new product that the fans can feel proud, and the players need to look good as well and feel confident that, listen, they need to go out there and represent the nation.
And we'll do Bafana Friday in drip and style, which is, I think, absolutely exciting because, I mean, we look into this jersey many, many years ago, but you still see a lot of people around wearing it when they're going to stadiums or be at outings. What was the reception in terms of your teammates when they heard the news?
Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of excitement, happy faces. Obviously, I had a little bit of insight that that we are coming.
Did you find out?
No, I just told them. No scoop. So the 1 or 2 players I did tell, they were excited, and when they made the announcement, you could see they were like, are they coming on now before AFCON? I said, no, I think, so everyone was pushing for that and hoping, but we were happy, because obviously we know what we've been through, and obviously we appreciate also what they done for us. But we also know what we've been through, and it was a lot of stressful moments, not so good moments, and but we pulled through. So happy to see, that the sunshine now on Bafana Bafana and everything, looks good. I
mean, we always talk about drip, and we see you also dripped out, so it shows that, okay, Ranza, okay, thank you.
I told you I've got the white one also. Well, there is a white one.
I'm getting that one next. I saw Kutlwano with it today. I wasn't happy. But that's okay.
But Bob has got a lot of explaining.
But it's okay. That's okay.
But the importance of looking good, Ranza, game day. I mean, you see it when you watch international players, how important it is when you're looking good. And, it has a bit of that aura where you know that, okay, I mean, they say it, you look good, you feel good. So it's the same for you guys, I assume. No,
exactly. And honestly speaking, we've been missing that a bit. I won't lie, in the AFCON, the T-shirts were very nice, especially the white one. Then you could see the guys, feeling, that energy. But now going forward, you know, we're going to feel like that all the time.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, in camp, on the way to the stadium. And I mean, we see it with Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've got a lot of friends there, and you see them posting and how happy they are.
Yes.
Just yesterday, I saw Spola's status, and you know, he was cooking. Yeah, you know, he was so excited with the launch of the kit, the third kit, and it's amazing, you know, and that's the level that Adidas is at, you know, and the standard that they've set is it's very high, you know, and I can't see anyone, you know, reaching that ceiling where they are. Honestly speaking, you know, just the fit, the style, and I've been with the brand, I think, 12 years now. You know, not one complaint, not any problems.
Yeah.
And I know now the other guys will, you know, they'll get to feel that as well, what we, you know, feel on a daily basis.
Your bread and butter.
Yeah, no, they'll feel that now.
Well, maybe talk to us in terms of product that we can also expect, because, I mean, as Ronza's mentioned, we see what you guys do with the Orlando Pirates. So in terms of the national teams, what can we expect?
Yes, I think obviously for us, we are inexperienced. We are a football brand. So I think for us, the first excitement is just having Bafana in the group of nations that are Adidas sponsored going to the tournament. And obviously we're counting numbers there already. We're looking good in terms of how much we are going to be represented, looking at the teams that have qualified. But from a product setup, obviously each nation needs to have something that speaks to their base, where they obviously their nation that they're representing. And I think it's there that I think our design team is really kind of obviously doing a great job, I think, from club to national team setups that we see. And we all can kind of obviously wait to see the jersey or to get much to
Have
come
you seen it,
through and
Ronwen?
kind of setup.
I'm sure.
Have you seen it, Ronwen?
I'm sure he has.
Yes.
I won't say anything.
So Ronwen, I guess you're the national
No,
captain.
no.
All right, cool. And then before we wrap it up, the ad with Peter Drury, I think that was, I mean, you talk about fairy tales. That was a fairy tale itself. What's your favorite moment on that ad?
Yeah, that's goosebump moment, you know. Every time I play that video, I just get chills.
Sure.
But I think what stands out to me is towards the end when he's like, Bafana Bafana, you got this. See you in the America, something like that. And I'm like, sure. You know,
It's happening.
it's happening, it's real.
Yeah.
You know, and hearing that famous voice saying it as well. Amazing.
How did you guys pull that off, Mr. Maposa?
No, I tell you, I think I also get probably obviously the same kind of setup when you see it being kind of built into that, but when it eventually comes out, it hits you on to listen, this is really a reality now. But for me, I think just that Dimbokazi, how he kind of calls those names of obviously the new players that are now going in, looking forward to the 2026, obviously taking it from the guys that have been in the past. I think it was just that pronunciation that kind of before going into, but yeah, no, listen, I think it was it landed very well and has a lot of us that obviously still have that final moment of these two brands together coming back and kind of relieved. So we can't really wait for the next chapter.
We definitely are excited. I mean, when you talk about what dreams are made of, it's exactly that. I mean, Ronza, who would have thought that one day Peter Drury, I mean, as you mentioned, will say your name. I can't imagine what really Mufokeng also had to, you know, go through as his youngsters. But talk to us about the Bafana camp. You know, influencer was telling me that they only got back at 6 a.m., you know, after calling because they were busy celebrating at Bombela. And I thought, oh, okay, that's nice. But, you know, the brotherhood is the other thing that we see amongst the team. What, in your opinion, as a skipper, makes this group so special?
It's exactly that. It's the brotherhood, the team spirit. Any player, when he comes to camp, he feels that aura. He feels that brotherhood. He feels the togetherness. And there's no camps inside the camp.
Yeah.
And I always say it's so weird when you see who are the close friends in camp. You'll see Aubrey and Bojela.
Yeah.
And you're like, but one speaks Sotho, other one speaks Zulu, and they, you know, it's mixed. And then it's myself and Sailor that's also joining their party, and you look and you're like, you know, what languages they're speaking. And the laughs, the happiness. But then there are also those that come in and they come with, and then they say, no, but this is not how things are done here.
Yeah.
And you follow that line. And that's what the coach, instilled into us. And the guys, they accepted that. And we ran with it because it was working for us. And I mean, now after a game, you see us chilling together. And mind you, in 3 days' time, I'm playing against you.
Yeah.
And it's a big game.
Yeah.
But, that rivalry, you should see, Lyle Foster will be calling me, like with a week to go. He's like, I can't wait to go to camp.
Nice.
Because the 11v11 is so intense. If you lose that, the guys are on your case throughout the week.
Sure.
And Bohlela is always the one getting it. I don't think he's ever won for the 2 years that he's been. I don't think he's ever won. But yeah, it's been amazing. We've got that camaraderie, the laughter, the spirit. But also, we know when it's time to work, that's when Madala will tell us, look, it's time to work now.
Yeah.
And there's times that he needs to be hard. Not many moments, but when he does, you can see the change in the players.
Yeah.
Because we know we've come a long way. And, he's just such a wonderful coach. I can remember last year, after AFCON, we conceded 2 goals. We had 5 clean sheets at AFCON.
Sure.
That was, I think we made history. And then we went March, June, September, and we conceded 9 goals in, I think it was 5 games.
Yeah.
And then before the camp started, he said, look, I need to speak. He does not like how things are going. We set the bar so high. Now we've conceded, I think, 9 goals in like 5 games. Then he said, no, but it starts with him. And I was like, sure. I don't think I've ever heard a coach say that, take the responsibility. He said, no, it started with me because of all the hype and the wonderful things we achieved at AFCON. He relaxed and he just allowed some things to, happen.
Yeah.
Then he was like, from that day, we go back to what took us to. And then we went on, we qualified for AFCON. We didn't concede a goal again. I think the last 4 games we didn't concede. And I was like, geez, that is what makes him special. He knows what to say, at what time and when and how to say it as well.
Yeah.
So,
And you guys have a special relationship, Ronza. You guys, I remember the one time I bumped into you at the stadium and you literally randomly called him because he was on the other side. And talk to us about that fatherhood and really the conversations that you guys have.
yeah, I mean, he's been amazing for my career, especially my international career, because there was a lot of doubts around me.
Yeah.
But he believed in me. He came in, he believed in me. And, we always said that we're going to push this thing together. And that's what we did, because obviously he came in, he didn't know anyone. And, we kept working, we done well. And then obviously things didn't go away. After we lost to France, there was a bit of a dip, but then we started picking up again.
Yeah.
And that's just the belief. He always said, like, guys, I don't give call-outs for Mahala. He always says, when players come in, they say, no, you deserve it. So show me that I was not wrong. Prove to me that I'm not wrong. And, everyone that comes in there, oh my word, they want to be in camp.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, it hasn't always been like that. And that has changed, where players are playing on a Sunday night in Europe. They rush to jump on that flight to make sure they're there on a Monday.
Yeah.
And it was never the case before. Before, players would come their own time, and now, when it's time to come, they make that effort. And it just shows, if you do the right things and be professional, have the team spirit, you can achieve great things. Footballers, we're always looking to go the other way, because that's just how we are, naturally.
Yeah.
But then when we go that way, and you hear a coach blaming himself first, for me, that just, when he said that, I went to my room that night, I was like, yo, if ever I become a coach, I will model it like him. But that's also years of experience,
Yeah.
Ronza, the other thing is culture can be very difficult to change. He said it himself after in Bombela, after qualification, that players used to come to Bafana Bafana just to come in on holiday and run away from their problems at clubs. And But how did he change the culture? Because you could see from a distance before that maybe something was just not sitting rightly with the national team.
Yeah, obviously he could pick up all these negative or the bad habits that we had. If we had to report on a Sunday night, some guys would come in the morning. And in the beginning he left it because obviously he's new and he's listening to your excuses. But then he saw that it's a bad habit. And then he slowly started changing it. And he's very stern in what he wants and he wants to achieve. And he said, look guys, he believes in each one of us, and he believes, and he said this, one of his first games, he said, I believe that we can get to the top, we can qualify for AFCON, and we can qualify for the World Cup. And then we almost qualified for 2022 World Cup, where we went to Ghana. And then that's when the guys also, they were like, sure, in such a short space of time. And then when there were times where players, God, is very stern. It's either you fix yourself or you won't play. And then you're going to lose and miss out on what we're achieving. There's so many guys, wish that they pushed harder or they stayed, true to the game.
Yeah.
Because now, being part of Bafana, everyone wants to be part of Bafana Bafana now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love the team again now.
You see, but it wasn't always the case.
No.
We had to
That's
fight.
true.
There was so many moments where even you start to doubt as a player. But then, he just has that calmness about him. Training, maybe it's not going well. And he's like, nah, match day, I know. My boys will show up. And I'm like, sure. Did you see training, coach? And he's like, nah, don't worry. You'll see come Saturday.
Yeah.
And then come Saturday, everyone is flying, everyone is ready. But now everything is automatic.
Yeah.
Everyone is on time. They
Come
on time. Everything is perfect. And the nice thing is also, and I know this, they don't like to associate footballers with relaxing and chilling after a game and, I won't say partying, I'll say celebrating together. It was never there. He's brought that back. So after every game, you'll find maybe us sitting in the foyer. Or we're not going all over the place, but we are together.
Yeah.
We're celebrating what we're doing for Bafana Bafana. And yes, people will criticize us. Hey, this one is doing that, this one is doing that. But we know what it brings us together. Because we are doing it together. Imagine I alone, I want to go out tonight. And then something happens.
Yeah.
One person can affect what we're trying to build. But now if we're all together and we make sure that we all get home in the morning, like now when we celebrated, we literally made sure that everyone was up. As tired as all of us were, we made sure everyone was awake. No one is late. We're not late for the bus. We're not late for breakfast, and we're not late for the flight.
Yeah.
That is the professionalism and the brotherhood that we have.
No, we're in safe hands. I absolutely like that. And I mean, then Bob, to bring it into what Ronza is saying, I mean, you look into the goalkeeping in the country. You've got your number one, of course, that you're sponsoring. You've got, do we call Super China the number two?
Yeah.
Number two? All right, Super China number two. Ronza's like, I don't know. But
we are all together. We are one.
We are one.
Number one.
No, we are one.
Everyone is number
No,
one.
all of
Number one.
us. Ricardo, Brandon, all of us. We are number one. Anyone can play. Trust me.
Anyone
and
can.
they will do well.
Okay, cool. That's the brotherhood and backing, of course, your teammates. But, I mean, you've sponsored Ronza for 12 years, and Chayina, of course, just got into the brand as well. But what makes Keepers special, and is it an easy decision to say we want to partner and sponsor Goalkeepers? Ronza says no way.
They want the strikers.
They like the crazy guys.
They like to play.
No, listen, it's never easy. I think, as Ronza says, there are so many number ones out there.
Yeah.
But I think for us, we look at the values that we believe in an individual, because what we're really trying to obviously do for us as brands is to look for ambassadors, people that will represent our brands in the most professional and probably able way. We are a performance brand first and foremost.
Yeah.
I think performance leads the way, but obviously in terms of the well-being and social aspect of it, you obviously will need to kind of look at who will best represent your brand. And I do think that it doesn't always come right, but we got it right.
Yeah.
It's those kind of setups that when you look at it and say, listen, when we started chatting, both me and him had our own kind of setup saying, listen, bro, you're doing great in here. We believe in you. Your time will come. But I don't think we ever thought it would have come at that particular time that it started obviously making of it shining for him. But he has held his forte on that setup. I think he's one of the guys that started at the most young age in the country. I think when he started playing as #1 for SuperSport, there was not many people in his age that has kind of ever set up. So the experience, the level-headedness that he's kind of ever done, and staying true to the game, I think that's what we obviously as sports marketers and obviously people from brands are looking out to. We do hope that the next generation goalkeepers are looking at this and saying, listen, how do you stay relevant for this length as a goalkeeper and continue being at your best, obviously at your level best? Yes, it is difficult because I can't have 5 goalkeepers, only one of them plays. Only one of them plays. So it's just an encouragement to those that have not been probably selected to become part of us, to say, don't despair, continue with your game. We are looking, and probably at one stage you will come through and kind of set up. I think for me, it is that kind of setup that we do obviously have a look at and say, as a performance brand, we need those guys that will stay true to the game and continue working hard. And we are still looking for youngsters. I think from a national space, our under-17s are going to the World Cup. Our under-20s were going in there. And if we really keep this group together, I think there is I think there is a Lwandiso there that already at under-17, people are already taking that name out there, saying, listen, he's the next big thing. I think there is the guy with the under-20 as well, obviously on the goalkeeping side. He's already out of the country as an obviously exported talent. It's all those kind of setup that we say, I think we are in a good space from a national kind of obviously setup. So with that, we are saying it's not only on the guys' side, with the Banyana as well, having qualified, who are there. I think you had your Ronel, obviously Tonel on that, you had your Colossa Pianas, obviously in that space. So all those people that we're working with, and we're saying, as long as you do best in your side, we are looking and might be knocking at your door.
And I mean, Ronza, Bob mentions the fact that you started quite young, and the interesting thing about your journey is that you were also, especially when you look into the academy, you know, part of the smaller guys, because you had a show at Nike, a Riyad Peterson, who were like the tall, big guys. Talk to us about, you know, the keepers along the journey that you've had to, you know, work alongside and really growing that skin as tiny as you were.
Yeah, it was difficult. When I joined the academy, I thought I was okay, and then when I got there, I saw, the guys are, geez, I thought, what are they eating here in Gqeberha? Where I'm from, But then obviously there was Show and Nike, Sia, Angelo, you know, they were the ones that went on to play for the national team as well. And it was difficult, imagine, because every year, towards the end of the year, then you have, it's like your report card. So it's like, are you coming back next year or not? So they have all these things. By me, they're like, no, we're happy with you. Your schoolwork is fine. You are improving. You are doing well, but you must grow.
Sure. And you're thinking, how?
And now they're asking me about my parents and my family, their height, and I'm like, you know. But then I was like, oh no, but my brother is tall. And my uncles are tall, so I'm, you know, just now they chased me away. So I was like, no, my brother is tall, my uncle, so they were like, okay, no, let's see next year. Came, and then I always had the talent, but I was a bit, I won't lie, I was a bit short. So when they would go play these big tournaments overseas, they had to leave me behind. And then they would maybe take a Sherwin and a Sviso, you know, because obviously it's bigger boys that side, and it wasn't nice. It was difficult. I called my mother, I said, no, I'm coming home. She puts the phone down. Phone your father. I said, I'm not going to keep phoning, I'm coming home now. it was bad, and my father's phoning my mother, they phoning my uncle, you know, they panicking there. And then I think my brother spoke to me. He was like, no, relax, your time will come. He was like, no, just finish the school year and then we'll see what happens. And then I just started playing, and then I started growing.
Wow.
Just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I just went home I think it was a June holiday. When I went back, I'm like looking in the shower now, you know, I'm getting closer.
Yeah.
And, you know, then I started playing, and then I played engine. And I think that's where things changed for me a bit. Because now I went into that as the number one. And Sherwin, who already signed a first team contract, he was on the bench.
Yeah.
And then Coach Caetano, he told me, he said, Ronwen, they are telling me that I need to play Sherwin, but I believe in you.
Sure.
So I couldn't let him down. First game, you know, we played against Riyad Peters's team. I think it's called Robert Sham. I think maybe we gave them 15. He still doesn't believe. I think we gave them 15.
Yeah.
But I played well. And then I just continued playing, and then went on to win it. And I got goalkeeper of the tournament. I even scored penalties.
Oh.
I think I scored 2 penalties, semi-final and the final. So that was how my journey was. You know, it was never always like that.
Yeah.
Even now, my career is like that, where people doubt, and then I do exceptionally well, and then I have a dip, and it's always like that. But that's how life is. Life will test you. Life will, you know, will push you. You just have to keep going.
Yeah.
I also think you don't want life to always be like that, because you won't enjoy it. Because then you won't enjoy these wonderful moments.
Yeah.
That's why I cherish all these things now. And for me, even when we lose, I'm like, yeah, there's a lesson to be learned. You know. So what's helped me also is I remain, like, that's the line. When we win,
Yeah.
even if, like, now we've qualified for the World Cup, as big as it is, I'm still here.
Sure.
Because football will always humble you. 3 days later you lose, and then then I'm not here. I stay there. In my good moments, my bad moments, I'm there. So when we win, you'll think, but is this guy happy? I'm like, yes, I'm very happy, but when we lose, I'm also just normal. Is this guy sad? Why is he not crying, or why is he not happy sad that we lost?
Yeah.
No, I'm feeling it, but I just try and stay there. Just that, and that has helped me, and I think the year that we had, you know, with Sundowns and the national team was crazy. Like, I mean, it was literally like that this past year.
Yeah.
We qualify for AFCON. Everyone is on a high. Then we lose Carling Black Label. Then I get like CAF Player of the Year and Goalkeeper, and I'm on a high again. And then we lose games again. And then it's like, oh no, we're in the Champions League, we're going to the final.
Yeah.
Then we lose Nedbank to Chiefs. And then it's like all these moments. But then we qualified for the Club World Cup, and you're happy and you're excited, and then we lose Champions League final.
Yeah.
And then you feel like you want to hit rock bottom, like you don't want to go. But then 1 week later, you must hop on a flight and you're on your way to America.
Sure.
So that's why I said, oh, I can't live like this. I just need to be here, my good and my bad moments. Because there's times you feel so bad.
Sure.
You know, like, nah, let me call it a day. Let me just stay in my room. But then you also have kids. I can't let my kids, because of what happened on the field or my job, you know, affect how I raise my kids as well. So I need to come out and put on my daddy hat and be there for them as well. So it's very difficult.
What's shaped your mentality? Because
Yeah.
I ask this because it's important that whoever you listen to,
Yeah.
whatever you're reading, then it will help you into living life and achieving the things that you actually want to.
I try and steal from every coach and captain
Sure.
that I play with. There's so many of them, you know. Like everyone that I work with, I try and steal something from them that will help me in my leadership role, and one day maybe when I'm a coach. You know, so I'm always jotting down things. If I had to show you on my phone, notes, like if after this I'll say, oh, this one said that, then I'll write it down in my notes.
Sure.
Good and bad things. Like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sit well, but that sits well with me. And that's how I've learned, especially in my leadership role. I mean, I had Morgan Gold, Tabu September, Dolani Hlatswayo, Itumeleng Kune, Dean Furman. And I probably think he's the best captain that I've had is Dean Furman. So imagine you're learning all the different, leadership styles from them. And then coaches that I've worked with, Coach Gavin, Coach Gordon, Coach Rolani, Coach Steve, Coach Mangoba, Coach Stuart Baxter. Count how many league titles that is already.
Yeah.
It's probably close to 30 or 40 league titles. So you try and steal from all of them. But I think the one coach who changed my mentality was Coach Stuart Baxter. Because he's very professional, the ultimate professional. I was injured. I had a back problem. And they said, no, you're out for 3 months. I was like, shit. Out, I came back, but I didn't realize that I've put on a lot of weight. So they're like, no, okay, you're ready, train. You're going to play this weekend. And then match day -1, I'm like, no, I feel pain in my back. Sure. I've never been scolded like that in my life.
Really?
So he calls me, he's like, yeah, what does the doctor say? No, we need to rest. And he says, no, you are overweight, you are fat. Sure. But now I'm thinking like, where does he get this? Because no one told me or no one said anything. I went home, he's like, no, you're overweight and you are this and you are that. And I was like, a coach hasn't shouted at me like that because I'm always doing the right things, you know. So, and I was like, sure. On my way home, I'm driving, I'm like, I call my girlfriend, I was like, is our scale working? Do I need to get better? She's like, no, come. So I promise you, when I hopped onto that scale, I couldn't believe it.
What were you weighing?
Top score, high score, over 90, that me.
Sure.
And I'm always like 81, 82.
Yeah.
So I put on almost 10 kilos without realizing. And then I was like, sure, no running. I told my girlfriend, come jump on here, let's see. Maybe this thing is not working. And then they booked me off for 1 week. You know what I done the next day? With the pain that I had, I started running around in my complex.
Wow.
I used to put the black bag, that's how we grew up with the black bag covered. Yes, I was running around. I was doing core with the pain. I said, no, Ronan, you can't.
Wow.
And then I think they booked me for like 1 week. I mean, by the Monday or the Tuesday, I was like close to 86 already.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Ronz, I want to check something as Clauiee was talking about the youth. You were part of, I can call it the SuperSport Golden Youth Generation. Some gems in there. Unfortunately, most of the guys didn't make it, man. Top of my head, Pilane Kwela, Zongo. There was quite a number.
Yeah.
Why do we have that kind of stuff with our youngsters, not only at SuperSport, but it happens across the clubs?
I don't want to make, excuses for them and look for excuses, but I think when 1 or 2 makes it, we all think we're going to make it at the same time. So then first Kermit goes, and then Kermit plays. He wins a league title with, SuperSport, and then Kamohele Mokocho goes to Feyenoord, and then Zongo starts joining. But they all, when it's your time, but we all think, because now we're the same age and we've been together for the past 5-6 years, we all need to go together, which is not the case. Obviously Coach Gavin had his players, and they're winning league titles. So you can't just now throw in all these youngsters, and it was difficult. And I can remember Coach Kopo telling us that, some of us need to be loaned out, to FC Cape Town. I think Lyle Kay went to FC Cape Town, Keegan Buchanan went to, but then look what happened. Lyle ended up, and he followed a different pathway. Even Keegan Buchanan ended up at Chiefs. But that's how football works. And then the other players, maybe they didn't appreciate that. I know I'm better than him, and why is he with the first team and I'm not?
Yeah.
But I was carrying the academy, or I wasn't the best at the academy. Like I mentioned, I only started playing regularly, I think when I was 16, 17. And that time I've been there since 12 years old. I missed all those big tournaments. And then it took me that one engine tournament. So I knew that I was always my back against the wall, competing. And then Sherwin signed before me. I signed a year later, but I played before him with the first team. But that's how football works. And when it's your time, and when they say go out on loan or do this, you know, listen to them, because they, you know, they know what they're speaking about as well. And the gap, you know, was close, because we used to train with the first team when we were 16 years old. So that's why it was easy for us to transition into the first team, because we would train with them on a daily basis and then play Castle League or play in the Vodacom League. So I think, because we were like brothers, all of us. So now when one goes, we all think we must make it, and we all must go to final. It's not the case. You know, maybe we all not as quality as a Mokocho. I mean, Mokocho played over 10 years in Europe. And then Kermit also, how many league titles has he won in South Africa? And, you know, we all have a different story. As much as we're there, wearing the same badge, but we are still individuals, and we have our own story and our own story to write. So I think that played a big, you know, effect on, you know, the players.
Yeah. And I mean, then the other thing, Bob, you mentioned in terms of course, when we're talking about goalkeepers, in terms of the talent in the country, but we're also interested in terms of the infield players, the talent generally, because, I mean, Ronza at Bafana will see you encouraging the likes of your Riles, your Bogazis. You also have a Mabena as well, of course, in terms of club level. But the youngsters in the country that you have seen, do you think we're, in your analysis, Bob, we're in a good state?
No, listen, I think for us, that's the barometer, that's the gauge. We qualifying for tournaments, continental tournaments such as that. Us winning an under-20 CAF setup with our team. I think the last we had that, I think there was one team that almost got to that when we went to Egypt with your Tulani Tlachoas, your Sereros, with the Ramatlwe. That was the closest in the under-20 that we went into a CAF space. Seeing that kind of come through, obviously I hear Mahlatse speaking about golden generations. I do feel that here is another setup. The only thing that we can look into is, in the country, I think there is best practice that we're seeing happening in other sporting courts. How do we nurture these kids that they stay in this particular group, that we nurture them and make sure that we can develop them to the next stage? Not all of them will make through. There will be some late developers. We're seeing your Mbogazis and stuff coming through now in that kind of space. We might not have picked up Mbogazi at 15, at 17, but here he is, wherever he is. We must be open to accepting those late developers to come in. But however, keep track of where these players are going so that we don't lose them in the same space. I do feel that there is a lot of talent. There is a Kutlwano out at Sundowns, obviously Siyabonga. There is obviously a Vilagazi at Chiefs. There is a Shabalala. I think that the clubs are also opening up to the younger guys and giving them an opportunity. I think Sundowns have got a causer there at the back, and all what we say is, if they can be given time or game time so that they develop, like at this early age, I do feel that probably on our next World Cup we'll have a better pool of players to kind of pull out of. But definitely I think from a national talent, we're really up there, and we just need to see how from a national association, how that talent can be nurtured and kept together for longer.
And I mean, when you then look into Rile's first call-up or debut for Bafana Bafana, we'll have to mention you, Ronza, because we remember your conversation with Hugo. We don't know what you said, but it seems like you were encouraging Coach Hugo to give Rile minutes. Talk to us about, I mean, the youngsters that you get to see as well at Bafana and get to engage with, and also maybe that moment, why was that, what was happening and what did you say?
I mean, he was the golden boy, and when he came into camp, you know, I like to judge character and see how you are, you know, because he just scored past me the week before in the Nedbank final. So I wanted to see, you know, if he's going to... But he was himself. He was normal, happy soul, willing to learn and willing to listen. And I was like, okay, now I like him.
Nice.
And he deserves to play. That's why I said no one needs to give credit to me. I just done what I felt was right as the captain of the team. Just by judging how he was that week and how he was training and how he was acting around us. You know, he just fitted in. And then I just went to coach and I said, you know, the game is wrapped up. You know, what perfect moment. You know, the stadium is full. You know, go for it.
Yeah.
And then I think when the players saw me there, I mean, then you see a Tebza kicking the ball out.
Yeah.
This is the same, you know, he beat us a week before.
Yeah.
But that's again speaks about the brotherhood that we had. Because I can remember when I went, and then our physical trainer wanted to go warm up. Tebza, and they were shouting at him, no, warm up, you must just come in, because there was no time. There was like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And then obviously we saw that he's ready. And then Mokoena kicks the ball out. And that speaks about the brotherhood and what we have. But I've always said it's not about me, it's about Relay and him deserving that moment. And how he performed at such a young age against big boys. And he's still doing it at that age, and to win games for his team.
Yeah.
And now win games for the country. Amazing.
What about the other youngsters? What have you made the likes of
TLB.
Mabena, TLB?
How special is this kid?
No, he's special. No, he's, you know, when they say there's like a generational talent or someone comes along and he just awes everyone, that's him.
Yeah.
And he's so quiet, you know, he doesn't speak a lot. The guys are always teasing him, you know, because of the type of person he is.
Yeah.
But amazing, amazing talent. How calm he is. And when we played Lesotho,
Yeah.
so you know, as a fullback, so Aubrey was telling us the story. So Aubrey is used to covering,
Yeah.
you know, when it's a long ball. He said, hey, ungangeni, salala. And then Aubrey is looking at him like, hey. You know, and normally, you know, centre backs are like, hey, you must cover, track the runner. He said, hey, ungangeni, salala. Yo. And then Aubrey was like, no, yeah, I mean, good.
There was a moment
Got it all covered.
There was a moment in Bloemfontein, I think against Nigeria or Lesotho. We were under pressure. And then Kulilekani, the TS Galaxy guy, was under pressure from a defender. He was shouting at him, said,
Yeah, sure. But, you know, he was feeling it, you know. Kabini was a bit...
Oh, yeah, it was Kabini, yes.
Kabini was a bit nervous, you know, and you can see. And then now, obviously, TLB is trying to help him, and that was second half. He's like, daughter, if you're still not, you know, comfortable by second half, hey, clean up, he's just, you know, and that's the character and the spirit that he brings, you know. But he doesn't mean anything bad. You know, he just wants everyone to rise up to the challenge and show. And I mean, he carried us, you know, in that second half. Because you could see the guys it was a very, very difficult game. So physical. You know, Nigeria, they had everything, you know, they left everything there. They went man to man. They were physical.
Yeah.
And then he stood up second half. You know, as young as he is, you know, the blocks he made, the tackles he made. And I was like, sure, no, he's special. He's special.
Sure.
And tell us about Mushishi, man. We have people here.
Yes.
You know, how is this guy?
Special. Special. Amazing. And he's such a good human being. And I mean, he's achieved so much, yet he puts himself through so much to want to achieve more. And I'm like, if people must know the amount of work he does outside of Kloorkop, people wouldn't understand. They always tease him. They say, hey, you run with your soccer boots on the streets. They're in Tembisa.
Sure.
They're in Kempton Park. But it's the truth. He's always running. He's doing road work.
Wow.
He's doing road work. He's doing gym. He's doing finishing. And I mean, he's the captain of the team. He's achieved so much. First one in. Himself and Peter Shalulile. You know, and then I always tell the players, look at players like that and take out the good things. You see them at their age coming so early every day. Not a day goes by that you won't see the two of them in the gym. They are there every day, working hard, doing finishing, doing bike, running, roadworks. And then when you see what they've achieved, then you know why, because of the sacrifices they've made. And I mean, he's blessed with the special talent as well.
Yeah.
You know, that is You know, that's God given,
well,
and
that's-
he's blessed with that.
We can intervene there.
Yeah, no, he's
Do you remind him of the time when you were at SuperSport and you saved the penalty?
always. And then he says, yeah, don't forget the times I scored past you. Because we always tease him, Shishi. We say, yeah, man, you can't shoot. You don't have a shot. He says, yeah, but I gave you one from outside the box. The ball was moving. I said, no, but he's just a lovely guy. And I mean, everyone loves him.
Yeah,
Everyone.
that is true.
I don't think there's a player that does not like him, Shishi.
Even us as a country,
I mean,
we
everyone just
Well,
loves
appreciate
you,
it.
you,
Yeah.
you, you won't be liking football if you don't like music.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
true.
I guess we all agree on that one.
I mean, when we
Definitely
sing
do.
that song for him, I mean, even now,
Yeah,
and you see everyone, players from different teams,
true.
the great. They call him the great.
Great, yeah.
You know, singing his song Tembazwane. I mean, that just doesn't happen by fluke. It shows that he's a good guy, and obviously his talent speaks for itself.
Bob, generational talent on your side, when you look into the history, it doesn't have to be players that you've sponsored, but which players stick out for you?
Yeah, in the job that we do, obviously there are guys that you wish you were quick enough to have engaged and kind of brought them to the brand.
Is TLB one of them?
But we always say that I think it's you miss some and you get some, and I
Yeah.
think it's such setup that I remember. Obviously, Temba at his early times, the name was being echoed all through around corridors.
Yeah.
But I still needed to see this guy that everyone was talking about.
For sure.
Yeah, before you could kind of obviously go through and kind of commit. So it's one of the boys that probably I would say miss from a scouting perspective. There are some guys as well. I think it was nice. It's nice sitting here and listening to Ronza on how some players make it and some don't.
Yeah.
I remember a guy like Kikentoli coming through at Ajax when he was loaned out. As much as he wasn't on the starting lineup where there was your Carlos Scott, your Kamapiliats of the setup, who were already playing a full-time first team setup. This young guy comes from a loan from Sundowns and comes through, and he already sees himself playing above, but he's training with the under-19s.
Yeah.
It's those kind of setup that you look at who has arrived, who is ahead of him, and you look at the guys that have made it, whereas there is talent coming through, which I said earlier on, late developing kind of guys that you then tend to say, let me give myself time to assess, and within that, it does happen that you then lose some of it. But it's great how we see them succeeding elsewhere, and it kind of just say, listen, and being humble and admitting to say, I missed that one, I didn't see it coming, and kind of, so it does happen a lot in what we do, but in general, I think there is definitely great talent. Some of them are forever promising.
Yeah.
You see an athlete and say, listen, this guy is going to be big in the game. It stays like going to be big in the game and never gets to where you kind of set up. And that's what we're being judged on, because for us, we need to commit and make those kind of setups through. But when you look at the wins that we have gotten, like we're speaking Ronwen today, you know, that for me, that's the win that obviously you come through. You look at your level Hidden Fouquet coming through, that's a win there. And obviously it's those guys that you look into and say that within the group of players that are currently obviously playing the game at the highest level, there is some that you are getting right and kind of set up. So you take those and run.
I don't think they losers. I mean, sometimes we must contribute to influencers' brand. You know, we must give them a few players. We can't take all of them. So influencer, you must take it as a gift to you.
I say he's a bag of friends.
Every week,
He always has to deal with this. But Ranza, the number 30, interested, how did that come about?
The number.
Yes, you're number 30.
My first role model, and the reason why I wanted to be a goalkeeper was my uncle, Uncle Mokes, and he wore 30 for our local team in Port Elizabeth. So he's actually one of the reason why I changed, because I used to go watch them, obviously Saturdays, And then I was like, yo, this guy is good. And there's something about goalkeepers being the hero.
Yeah.
You know, just you stand out more. Strikers, you expected, you know, to be the hero.
Yeah.
But when the goalkeeper's making saves and, you know.
And you
then-
wear your own kit, hey?
Yeah. It's special. We are special. Special. We are special. Now, so the number is always stuck with me. And it's just something that means more to me than, you know, just a normal number.
Okay.
Bronza, do you guys realize what you have done with this World Cup qualification?
I don't think so, honestly. Because we're in a space now where we're playing every 3 days is the next assignment. So after that game, that's why I said we made sure everyone was up because we flew so early that morning, 7 o'clock, because Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates had a plane to catch. One was going to Nigeria, other one was going to Congo. And you always caught up in the moment that you don't celebrate your victories. You don't get the opportunity because there's a next assignment. And I don't think we've settled down as yet. But I think the video that the brand released last week, you know, at Peter Drury speaking there, then that's when you realize the magnitude and what you've achieved. And when you see the president as well of FIFA sending that, you know, that congratulatory video to us, you're like, sure, you know, we've done it. But you don't really feel it because, you know, it's not something that you can, you know, hold or feel.
Yeah.
And you're always caught up in the moment. So we don't know. Honestly, we don't know. You know, who's maybe a bit more experienced, even me, sometimes I'm like, sure. Like I sit back and maybe something on TV comes or my social media, and I'm like, do you know you were part of this?
Yeah.
But then it clicks again, I've got a match tomorrow, so focus on that. That's the space we love now. And I enjoy it, but I love it. It keeps you busy.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps you busy, it keeps you out of trouble, it keeps your mentality there.
Apparently you also said it helps you to save money.
Yeah, yes, true.
Yeah?
No, true, because when do you get time to spend the money?
Yeah.
You don't get time because you are always traveling, you are in camp, you are eating camp food, so you are saving on groceries. So, yeah, you save money. And there's a lot of positives, but there's a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
I want to talk consistency, and this is because it's something that's a bit underrated at times. You mentioned Ashika, and I think he's one of those players that has been consistent, and sometimes we overlook that because you're expected to just show up and give the results. How do you achieve that consistency? I mean, yes, you speak about an equilibrium to say that you must always be at that state, but then to always club level, national level, make sure that you are showing up.
It's so difficult, but you need to stay true to yourself and to your team and the objectives as well, because where we are now, the objectives are so big. You know, you speak of Club World Cup, now it's World Cup, it's AFCON, it's people speaking about winning AFCON. You can't win or be part of these major tournaments if you are not living a 24-hour professional life.
Yeah.
You can't because your body needs to rest. You need to analyze your opponents. There's always something to do. It's either...
And you guys love corrections, right?
Oh, corrections, yeah, no. Yeah, but that's what made us.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, and that's what made the team what it was or what it is, you know, and all the things that they achieved. So it's very difficult. And what I've realized is when you are so consistent, people get used to that.
Yeah.
So that when you make a mistake or you are not performing, they say, he's not good enough, or, you know, he's slowing down. But it's because you've been so consistent, you know, for such a long time that now people are like, maybe he's slowing down or maybe this. But no, that's how football is. Football is like that. No one is going to be at the top forever. So you just need to stay strong, mentally strong all the time and be humble.
Yeah.
Always work hard. I mean, like I said, the guy comes... He's the first one in every day.
Yeah.
After winning how many league titles?
Are you the third one in then?
No, I'm I'm there somewhere. I'm somewhere there. I'm somewhere there.
How's the dressing room at Bafana? And I ask this because we normally see videos when, of course, you guys have won and it's great, but then perhaps also the first time when you were called up and really the greats that you walked into and to where it is now, you know, taking away the brotherhood, but who's the DJ, who's the dancer, who's the funny guy when you look into that dressing room?
Yeah, I mean, when I joined you, it was years ago, obviously it was, you know, there was Itu, Tsepo, Masilela.
Yeah.
And I think the lead singer that time was the late Senzo Meewa. You know, he was such a wonderful guy. And we were so close, the two of us. He always used to tell me, come join us, man. Come there to us. Come play there by us. You know, we'll share games. You play one game. And I was like, yo, look at that. You know, and that time, he fought so hard to be the number one. And he wants to share it with, you know, with me. And there's something he done that not a lot of people know. I think we played Swaziland in Swazi. I think it was 60th minute. He called me. Do I want to play? And I was like, sure.
Nice.
No, but because I was so young and I wasn't ready. Yes, we were leading, but I was like, take away me saying, no. For him to do that. And I was like, sure, that was amazing. And I can remember Roy Mahmutsa coming to me after the game. He said, I will go alone. I was like, because we had, even that time, you know, there was, you know, that brotherhood. So, yeah, but as time went by now, obviously we formed our own, you know, thing now with Coach Hugo. And there's a lot of, you know, the guys who keep the spirit going, Bojela, Aubrey, you know, they're the funny ones, you know, they're always on the guys' cases. They're always on CBC's case. Even the coach, I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, he's the leader of the choir, as coach calls him. It's Toby and Vala, so the two of them, they share, you know, that responsibility. And now, obviously, the young Moao Nkota as well, you know, coming with his, yes, he's also leading the choir. So it's good, you know, that they can also stamp their authority in that way to show that they are part of the team. Because we know him as a singer by his previous club, but now to come in there, in the beginning he was shy. You know, he didn't want to, because it's his first camp, and then the guys were like, oh, you know, go for it. So now it's just, you know, something that he does naturally. And that's just the spirit we have and how we integrate everyone. Because we know each other, we know everything that goes on. You know, so that's how we'll integrate each other into the team.
Who wins the drip battle? I know it might be between you and Aubrey here, but anyway.
Me?
No.
No,
not you.
No.
What do you
Where,
mean?
in the Bafana?
Yes.
Oh, no, there's a lot. Maybe in Gqeberha.
Okay.
In Gqeberha's drip is, yeah, no. Now since he's that side, it's improved. There's a few. Him, Debza dresses very well. Who else is there? All three keepers that's consistently there. Nah.
Never?
We don't even add us there. No. Yeah, but I think in Gqeberha, Debza, you know, they're the trip kings.
Okay, to wrap it up, I remember that we were busy with Varsity Cup, and then there was young goalkeeper at UJ, has similar hairstyle to yours. And I asked him, I'm like, I didn't know at that point. He was like, no, Ronwen Williams is my inspiration, literally has the same hairstyle as you. Do you realize what you've done for the game? Yes, you talk about not realizing it for, of course, Bafana Bafana and the World Cup, but Ronwen Williams' brand, does it click to you?
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes doesn't.
Sometimes, you know, not. But something interesting.
Yeah.
Coach Rulani, 2022 December, that year that I joined, we just played Orlando Pirates at Loftus. We beat them 2-0. He called me, and it was New Year's Eve where we played. He called me. I'm like, hey, but coach, I was with you now. And I want to be with my family. He's like, no, Ronwen, I just want to tell you I'm proud of you, because that's when we started playing, you know, that shoe shine and, you know, the build-ups that, you know, obviously people didn't know I had. And then I took it to the extreme, that game, and he called me. I was like, sure, you know, the way you play today, he says, for the past 10 years, E2 has changed how they see goalkeepers.
Yeah.
He says for the next 10 years, everyone is going to want to play like Ronwen.
Sure.
And I looked at it, I was like I didn't know what he was speaking about.
Yeah.
And then as time went by, I could see it. Now goalkeepers are standing on the ball, they're playing out, they're comfortable, you know, and it's amazing, you know, that the recognition that goalkeepers are getting now.
Yeah.
Because I can remember there was a coach who said goalkeepers can't win football of the year. And then, you know, you take that as a motivation.
Yeah.
Then you don't just win football of the year, you go to the CAF Awards and win player of the year.
Yes, sir.
That's how life is. When people challenge you, take it and show them, no, this is a challenge and I'm going to show you. And that's the mentality I've got. I'm not going to, you know, start
Yes.
being a bad person and speaking bad about him. No, I'll take it and be like, okay, you are challenging me. And I know Coach Gavin on a personal, you know, he know why he said that.
Yeah.
And then I also know his thought and, you know, and then I just went on to show that, you know, it is possible. And I mean, even the goalkeepers like Sipo, myself and Sipo, if I had to show you guys the chats we've had over the last few years, and I've always told them and encouraged them, and because the club and the supporters, they didn't resonate with the way he was trying to play and influence the game. They didn't like it in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was the same with me. They were like, no, you're slowing the game down, you are this, you are that. And then it was the same with him. And then we used to discuss it at Bafana level. I said, eventually they'll see how important you are to the team.
Yeah.
And now I don't think you can, you know, put a lineup without, you know, you have to put him first. And he's amazing. And I mean, we help each other so much.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, when they lost to Skokune, and I think that was like, you know, now the league is, they lost 1-0. They scored a header, I think it was Yamba. I messaged, because I was watching the game, and then I messaged him the next morning. Obviously, I wanted him also. And then I said, because I was asking myself, why did he go out so far? But then I realized, because he had Mofokeng in the near post. And then I said, because now everyone was blaming him.
Yeah.
Why did he go out so far? This keeper, this. You know, they just blame, but they don't understand. So then I messaged him. I said, yeah, but why would you have Mofokeng in your near post?
Yeah.
And then we were discussing. He said, no, it's how they wanted to set up. I said, no, you rather hide him, you know, somewhere else. Because Mofokeng, that is not his profile.
Yeah.
He's not going to go out and challenge centre backs. So we were discussing it. Then I said, you know, rather put a Magopa there. And this is my rival.
Yeah.
You know, but that is just how I want him to grow and he wants me to grow. That's how we are.
That's dope.
Ronza, lastly from me, have you recovered from Cape Town City, Loftus, the last match of the season and the Champions League final last season?
Sure. Yeah, no, that still hurts. Yo. It hurts so much because Coach Rolani at that time, he said, this will never happen again. So make sure that you get it done, being the invincible. He said, do you know how difficult it is in the PSL to go unbeaten? He said, make sure that you leave your all on that field. And then it wasn't to be. And I think that's probably one record that you will have as a player, and you know it's very unlikely that someone will break it. To go 30 games without, it's not easy. And obviously the Champions League, yeah, that one hurts a lot because we know how badly we want it. And I think that is the one trophy that's missing now, to show all the good work they've done the last 10 years. You know, sometimes you just need that cherry on the top, and that's it. Because they've dominated, the PSL, the local scene, but just always fell short there. And it stung for a long time. But the wonderful thing Coach Miguel done after that, obviously we had a talk, we spoke, but then he just let us be. Like I think 4 or 5 days, he said, no, just clean it out of your system, and next week when we come, we're going to train and travel to the USA. So you can't be down too long. That's the nature of the beast.
Sure.
Look.
Bob, have you required from your Champions League exit?
No, listen, I think just one thing that I just wanted to add, I think on Ronwen is definitely, I think for us with the from a purpose and grassroots level, I think what he's currently doing while he's still on the field with his foundation out in Gqeberha is something that's very encouraged. I think for us, really that community spacing for current players and obviously the legends, I think it's something that I want to commend him on doing and saying, you keep up the good work. And I think the more of those kids seeing you come back when you are still active in it, it really kind of obviously means a lot, and can kind of obviously see how that obviously resonates with what obviously he's kind of doing. I think being a national team captain, you're really our own hero for everyone that's obviously picking up on the football space. So it's great to see you encourage the next generation player, as you've been saying now, how you are lifting your fellow players. It's not only the ones that are with you, but the next generation ones as well still to come. I think it's really a great one. From a local league one obviously set up, I think it's, listen, football is a difficult game. I think it's never kind of scripted to say who gets to do what, and I think it's
You
what
see how
is
he's
to
leaning
be.
in to hear your answer.
I wanna see.
He wants to see your face.
Follow-up question.
I wanted to say to Prabob that one legend once said it will kill you a real day.
Did you eat the day?
Listen. But I think obviously it was a great display of football.
Yeah.
I think that equalizing goal, I think, got all the nation into a frenzy. Yeah, it just was never to be with obviously on the penalty setup. But yeah, I think we'll live to see the next setup. I think the guys will need to go back there again and we'll try next season.
I'm interested in the conversation between the two of you guys when you know that he's on a bit of a heartache, but you're progressing. How's the interaction between the both of you?
All good, all good. Mr. Bob has been long in the game.
Yeah.
You know, there's always a next game. There's a big one now this weekend again.
Yes.
You know,
There's a big one this
there's a big one now this weekend.
and we're sitting next to each other.
I love it.
Yeah, no, so, yeah, no. And everyone has their moments.
Yeah.
Everyone will have their moments, and you must just clap when it's their moment, clap for them. And when it's your moment, you know, you just stay humble as well. Because this football thing, like Mr. Bob said, you know, it's not scripted.
Yeah.
One day you can be up there, and then the next moment, you know, like I explained, the 2024, 2025 year I had the extreme highs, but the extreme lows as well. So many times. So you just always need to stay in the moment and enjoy it. You know, you must enjoy where our football is.
Yeah.
We've come a very long way. When last did we see so many, you know, clubs playing at the highest level? Last year, 3 of our clubs getting to the Champions League semi-final.
Great, yeah.
AFCON, under 17, under 20. Everything is just, we're in such a good space that, you know, just keep it there.
Yeah.
Keep it there, because for a long time it wasn't like that. So now when one team has a setback, maybe it's for a greater thing to come. You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because you know they want the league badly, we want the Champions League badly. So maybe this year, you never know.
Hey, anything
You
is
know,
possible. I
you
like
never
how you
know.
think, Ronza.
I mean,
I
it
think
will
that's a
only
great
only
idea.
boost the country and make everyone happy, especially for us going into the World Cup as well.
You're such a great leader, hey? Like, you're considerate. Like, distributing trophies as well. Like,
No, not at all. I'm just saying you never know. Maybe fairy tales, fairy tales, you never know. So.
Well, anything indeed is possible. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. Really, really appreciate it. I think we could go on for hours and hours, clearly, but we do have to wrap it up at some
Let
point.
me just also thank the 2 gentlemen. I think we shouldn't take it for granted. Having the national team captain here
The number one.
is quite significant. Thanks, Mpanza, for
100%.
coming. Bravo. Thank you very much.
To say the biggest sports brand.
We needed to say that, right?
Thanks to Adidas for making this happen. We have to be honest, and really, this was very, very good. We don't usually get sit with people like this
Yeah.
in the studio.
Very
so-
big.
ready.
Always
ready.
Is that how we close the show? Okay.
No, I was just trying to see if his reflexes.
I think it's time to catch you for Saturday.
But that's where we'll wrap it up. Hopefully you enjoyed this conversation as much as we did. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.